taking on another SEC rival, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis. We'll get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Texas Longhorns offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need him.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the tailback. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
From the gun, running back gets the give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. Bringing it back, it's Hendricks. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense taking speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
It might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
This guy's always a big part of the game plan, and they get him involved right off the bat.
I mean, it's pretty simple. Your best players should touch the football the most. First play out the gates. I know I got a big-time advantage, big-time wide receiver. Get him the football, make the gain. I expect we'll see a lot more of that throughout this football game.
Gonna run it. It's Keller. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Because he got nothing after the catch.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tempo and overdrive. Going to the ground. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. Touchdown Gamecocks! What a grab and go for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Back to throw, it's McCoy. Using the quick game. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking pick up on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Quarterback will audible. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period.
7, Texas, 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. The give to the back. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hendricks. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
On the move. Dances away from one.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Looking for a crease. It's Keller. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Uncorks one. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play.
The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit.
Number 18. On to punt it away.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. They're trying to get to him. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the return, it's Hendricks. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the yoke. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive. What a snag by the defense. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
He'll be stopped short. Picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. And the Longhorns pick up the 1st down. That conversion sets a tone, but that's also really part of their MO. They're going to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, it's a body blow, and it's demoralizing. It's a good point, Reese. When you go for it like that and you go get it, you're essentially telling the opponent, look, you can't stop us. Next time we get in a similar situation, we're going to do the exact same thing, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They're bringing heat. Got his man on the right. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's McCoy. Fires to the tight end. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Finds his man, and they convert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Get it out on the screen. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas!
Number 23.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone. It's Van Dyke. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quick.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you forced the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
The offense starts with a short field. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got his man. Touchdown, Longhorns! What a catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out. It's Van Dyke. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Looking to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
Got to give the defense down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And it's good from 58 yards out. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Dropping back, it's McCoy. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. Working that left side now. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They believe they can run right here. Can't get him to the ground. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And the completion to the sideline. A solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Finds a man in the middle. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Makes a man miss. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Motion from the offense. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. It's complete. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for the score.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
These third downs, man, they're critical down in distances. When you have mobile quarterbacks, it's just so great to know that, one, they can get it throwing it for your offense, but two, if it's not there, they can take off and scramble.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Texas offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll give it to the back. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got
down and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Scanning the field, it's McCoy. He's right on target. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Here's the handoff. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, they give up the run. They get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Play number 9 on this drive. Quarterback checking the play. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Moving away from pressure. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, and they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to run for it. Still on his feet at the 45. Afterburner's coming. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, South Carolina. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Fair catch, called for and made. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The running back has it. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. Makes him talk to the hand. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Halfway there on first down and 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
Let him bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. This crowd bringing serious noise on this huge 4th down play. They'll try to pick up the first. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
The Gamecocks in the hurry up. Takes the handoff. It's Keller. Turns it on at midfield. Oh, look out. There he goes. The 10. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent, I'll tell you.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off play action. Looking for the score. Touchdown Gamecocks. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
He'll be stopped short. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They'd hoped to push this edge out to a field goal, but they were denied. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass. It's McCoy. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
The Longhorns are rolling down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. Looking for room. It's Savage. The defense is going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And guys, a perfect opportunity here to take the lead late. Line getting set on second down. And the quarterback takes a knee. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Power football with the run. Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry.
Decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
The short field goal for the game.
That makes the score Texas 31, South Carolina 29.
That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse. Just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep